Test, test, test. Test, test, test. All right. Hello, everyone. This is a round 3 matchup of the Team USA versus Team Canada 2023. Looks like Team USA is already lost. They're down 0-2, but both teams agreed to play 3 rounds no matter what. The first rounds, they both went 3-2 in Canada's favor. This is Mike Deaton versus Kurtis Osborne. It looks like Mike. Oh, they're both playing X-Men. Look at that. Okay, so we got ourselves a little mirror. The mod's a little wonky, but I think it's passable. So I saw that Mike had Emma Frost. They both had both leaders. And they both had Ultron. And I saw that Kurtis had Toe, but otherwise it didn't look like there was too many splashes. So I'm actually pretty interested to see how this goes. I think there's been a lot of people trying to figure out X-Men post-errata, and I know, yeah, I believe it won second wind or got second, but otherwise I think still kind of being figured out. They pulled Scrolls and Meteors. I'm not sure what threat they went with, but we're definitely going to see some fighting. So this is all going to be centrally located, so this isn't going to be like your typical X-Men, just grab something from the middle and run away. There's a ton of size 2 on this map. 2 size 3s in the middle. Got the size 4 locomotive here. Size 5 farmhouse. I think players generally say you can't sit on the farmhouse. Well, I'm not sure how they're going to rule it. Actually, I found that if you actually balance on the chimney here, you actually can. But I'm not sure what they agreed to. And so it looks Deaton's changed the map, so he must have lost prio. And on this setup where it's like everything's going to be so centrally located, they're going to have to be fighting for the middle. Man, I don't know. Because if Mike goes with this, there's going to be a lot of cover to hide behind here. But I can't make up his mind. But I still feel like no matter what, with so much midline stuff, I feel like it leans more towards Cyclops. This isn't like a B or a D where it's real spread out, where Storm can leverage her leadership. Obviously, you still have the hop, and there's still probably some shots beyond range 2, but when everyone's like fighting so hard for this middle, if you can get the leadership train rolling early, it can really snowball for you. I think I'd be really surprised to see Storm leadership from either player here, but let's see. Okay, so Kurtis went with Storm. Yep, yep. And Deaton went with Storm. So what do I know? Clearly I know nothing about playing X-Men. Don't listen to me. Wow, these are so incredibly similar lists. Is the only difference Honey Badger and Toad? It looks like it. God damn it. Okay. The tactics cards are... We got one difference of tactics cards. We got a To Me My X-Men instead of a sacrifice. Otherwise, exact same. So this is about as close to a mirror as you could possibly have. And both players going to play first class. Of course. Something like this, why not? We got two Logans on the outside, facing each other down, of course. What else would you expect? And Kurtis is going to bounce his 23 right there on that chimney. Looks like Deaton will allow it. Alright, we are deployed. So it looks like Domino fit up there as well. And the Ultrons are staring each other down. Toad's gonna grab this scroll. Have a roll. No push. Or he did get pushed, sorry. So now he's gonna see if he can run back. Sit in range 2 of Storm. Interesting. I wonder if Kurtis is like maybe setting up. Gonna try to get a shot off with Storm. And then play to me. Logan will still move on to this boxcar. Grab a scroll. He'll have a roll. And we've got some lag. And no push. Oh, I wonder if Storm is thinking about trying to steal that now. Can't you do that with first class? Is it refunded? I think you just don't have to pay. Yeah, you don't have to pay. So she could totally steal that. Back scroll. Of course, if she gets pushed. But I think she could kind of front stop herself there on that tree trunk. I think I'd go for it. Looks like she's gonna. Oh, that's beautiful. How's a roll and no push. I still probably just jump back behind this bay hail, get some cover. Good start for Kurtis. I think just gotta feel pretty happy to have grabbed those two because there's really no way to safely grab this now because these drones can't grab it. I think he could have got it with the storm hop, but there's no one over there to do it. Okay, so this double moves Badger way up to behind that hay bale herself. And Kurtis is going to get real aggressive here. But I think because of the way this water tower is shaped, I think Domino's pretty safe from a push here as well. And she will be. Let's see how Mike tries to punish him here. There's not a whole lot he can do. So he could shoot a Domino pretty well from here. A Storm Hop should get him into range. Domino will have the leadership, and she's got 1 power for probability. I wonder if Kurtis is debating it to me right here to get her out of there. He's up 3-1 on scrolls. If he just hangs on to those and controls this origin bomb here on the right, his closest one, he would be outscoring 4-3. So Domino with a real aggressive play. It's going to double move onto the point. Roll for the middle. Meteor. Oh, triple blanks. Doesn't get it. That's brutal. It's only 12. It's only like 12%. Not get that. That sucks. I'm not sure what this is. This is an attack, obviously. Oh, this is Kurtis's Logan attacking Mike's, I believe. And you got 4 to Pierce. Pierces the cover, so he'll take 2. Yep. He's going to place it in 1. Can you get within range of the meteor? Looks like he is there. Gets a uncontested roll and gets it. Does the skull do anything? Suffer damage. We're just going to heal it off with healing factor. So this is turning out to be a very good first turn for Kurtis. He's currently up 4-1. His model's in a really good position. can't turn this off? There we go. There's some lag. Okay. These icons aren't showing up for me. I don't think 23 got that back if she rolled skull hit block. That's only the one. The icons aren't appearing over the objectives, so I don't know, but just going off that, looks like she didn't get it. Now, Kurtis' 23 is going to roll for this one. She will get it easily. Yeah, it's not showing up. Yeah. He is now up 5-1. This is getting very ugly very fast. The drones can't reach Domino. It's a bit disappointing for Mike. I think that's who he wanted to go after because no cover. That's just one hit. It's not going to do anything. So now Ultron will hop up. And Mike needs some good dice here. If he could get a daze on Domino here, this would be pretty clutch. Really needs something to happen here to get back into this. It's 3 with a wild. Domino rolls a failure though, so certainly we'll spend that. What's his wild do? It poisons and bleeds. Domino spends, explodes into nothing. She gets a leadership reroll. And another block, so she will dodge it. Ugh. Not what you want to see if you're Deluca. He'll probably just do it again because she's drained of power. That's only 2, but she blocks nothing, so she'll take 2. Oh, leadership rerolled, nothing. Takes 2. Not really what you wanted to see. He will roll for the meteor. He will at least get that. So, currently down 4-2. And this might just be a... Drones don't really have much. I think, yeah. I think they just kind of throw themselves up there and get into it. We've already spent the storm hop. No reason to hang them back. Just let them go up there and die. I was an attack and a domino. I guess they got... Yeah. They did somebody, but it missed. So now if you're Ultron, do you double move onto the point and try to flip it? You're already up big. I mean, you would force Storm... I don't know. She's probably not coming up there anyway. But, I mean, you're already up 4-2. What's Ultron's energy defense? Isn't it 4? It is 4, so... It's a good chance to get it. I think I go for it. You're already... You're already up 4-2. You get this, you go up 5-2. He's gonna attack. I don't know about this. I would have just tried to flip the point. Well, that's what Mike wanted to see. Domino will dodge it. Now does Mike have the cojones to double move Storm right up into the middle? He has Sacrifice. That's really the only defensive tech he's got for Storm's sake. There's no fallback or escort or anything. You know, with Kurtis having Prio, I think it'd probably just be a bow from Ultron and then just tear into her. I would imagine it would be his first activation. She's gonna roll. Oh my god. Really? We got like that is brutal. Well, not much you can do there. So that was a 12.5 and then a 6.25 for Mike. So we are... That's pretty bad. To have it both happen on turn 1. So... I mean, you're still only down 2. You know, it's still a long game ahead of him. It's not like anyone got flipped. Still a lot can happen, but Kurtis has Prio. There's a lot of things he can do here. For those wondering, this is Kurtis's Logan. Oh, you can tell by the base a little bit, but it's Kurtis's. This is Mike's. So there's, I mean, he could attack 23 and then set up a beam right here on these 3. He's spending 3. Is that his spender? Oh, it's what I do isn't very nice. I'm not sure who is going into it. I didn't see. But looks like both his rerolls are online though. So he gets the 2 rerolls and he gets 4. So that'll be 3 into Mike's Logan, who's on 1. He elects not to exceptional it. Does he get thrown now? Is that what happens off that? So maybe that's why he elected not to exceptional. Didn't have to burn brace and exceptional, and then you still got to take one more attack, and you don't know what's going to happen. He's just going to throw him into 23 like that. But he's still not really going to have any kind of a good angle for a beam here. So I think he probably just attacks Logan again, tries to finish him. he attacks 23. Interesting. Oh. What? Okay, so Logan did brace the throw. Logan and 23 both did. And then Kurtis just elected to attack 23. Mike's 23. Huh. This also happened before Logan plays. Dun, dun, dun. Isn't Logan's before damage is dealt? After attack resolve, place in one of the target character. And then that also says after attack resolved. I would say so they happen simultaneously. I would think. I cannot for the life of me think of why Kurtis would elect to attack 23 there with Logan on 1 life. I mean, I know Mike has sacrifice in the bag, but you know, you at least force him to spend it and get rid of it. I feel like I'm missing something here is why he wouldn't elect to try to finish him off. So Badger will trigger a little sis. And yeah, probably just going to cozy right up to Logan. I don't see any reason not to. Okay, I'm wondering. Maybe 23 didn't brace. That must have been what happened. 23 didn't brace the throw, and so now this is Logan's second action. This is the beam going into Badger in 23. And not a very good roll for a Logan. 3 with a Pierce. That was into Badger. She'll take 3. Now do you taunt this? Exceptionals online for both. I mean, I feel like... I mean, that's kind of what Badger's there to do, right? I don't see any reason not to. Yeah. It's kind of... That's their job. Just take the hits. Oh, she almost lived through that anyway. Alright, so if you're Deluca, I think you gotta feel pretty okay with that activation. You took some damage, but only character that got dazed was Badger. Whoever you go with here will be able to heal some. God, that Ultron, yeah. I see now, like, why. Just, like, the hop alone, like, really makes him just terrifying. It's like, that's really the one way you can control him, is just throw him away, push him away, make him have to spend an action to walk, but when that's not really an option anymore, he's going to get his 2 attacks off, he's going to get a bow and or throw. Like, his power gen gets online so he can do those 2 superpowers. It becomes a lot more scary. And, like, his medium base, the drone's medium base, it's crazy how much... I think it's, like, longer than a medium move, actually. It's pretty close. So, under the leadership, you know, it basically gets a medium move every time. I think, really, what it says is, like, it's really good incentive to try to take his drones out. Because that's really how you slow that down, I think. Like, you're not really scared about the damage from the drones, even though they will do some here and there. But I think you can shut that down quite a bit. But also, I think that's... You kind of got Toad there to just kind of do that too, I think. You know, he's scoring his 1. If the drones go down, he kind of just cozies up to Ultron and gives him someone to hop off. Okay, so Deaton has elected to go with 23. I think this is probably the right play because Logan's in cover and she's got Storm right there. She's going to spend her. Storm's going to blank out. She'll have cover, but the Wild will pierce it, so Storm will block nothing and take 4. This is a builder and a... Oh, Jesus. I think that will do the one final damage into Storm. Just barely, man. That could have been a 9 dice builder, or a 9 hit builder from 23 with a reroll. So Storm had a scroll. Okay. 23 picked it up, but... Oh, did she not have power for Frenzy? Oh, she didn't. Because she only... Yeah. I guess that was kind of unfortunate that he spiked so big on the first one, because then he wasn't able to generate any power for the Frenzy on the follow-up builder. Because now she... has 0 power, so no power for Exceptional. She was able to pick up a scroll and flip this Origin Bomb, so still a pretty productive turn, but would have been nice to get a Frenzy off and try to finish off those drones. You would have then refunded the power again and had enough power online for Exceptional in case Ultron spikes into you, but still a pretty productive turn. See, I love these wide games. It's so much better than the days of old when it's just Malekith, Red Skull, and Mystique. Like, you know what your opponent's gonna do, and you're just praying for bad dice. These games where it's wide, there's so many more options available to you. I just think it really showcases the skill of the players. So I believe this is Ultron drones activating, going into 23. She'll block the first one. She'll block the second one. Kurtis is thinking about trying to finish off Logan. And yeah, there's so many bodies and terrain in here. He can't really get there via the hop, so he's going to walk. Oh, if Logan dodges, this is going to be a 6-on-4 with cover and a reroll. He could certainly dodge this. And he shall. Oh! He's going to get a poison to bleed because Ultron got the wild, but still, you'll gladly take that and live. Now, Ultron does have 2 points for a bow. I think you bow Logan away. Yep. No question. This is like, I've only played 2 games with Ultron, but like that's what he does for me. It's like I get this place, have to walk, and then he whiffs. I got nothing to do. Okay, this looks like Domino going into Toad with some pistols. Toad will block 1. Domino's got 2. He's got the leadership reroll. Toad will block it. I think he almost wanted to take the 1 there with Toad so he could slippery away. But this is fine too. He's probably not going to get 1 shot here either. He almost did. Goodness. What is going on here? Why are we attacking again? He didn't... Maybe she grenade bounced the first time, and now this is a follow-up pistols? That's it. That's what happened. Okay. So Toad's gonna live on 1. Yeah, you don't have to slippery away here. You could slippery over there. Try to flip that and then bug out. Okay, so Toad did slippery, and he's activating now. He's going to try to get Logan with a tongue attack, and he does! Wow! Well, yeah, that's the risk you take with Mike. I mean, I think he was hoping to get Incinerate on Toad. It's hard to get Toad in one activation. Although I guess Domino's, if anyone could do it, it's probably Domino. But even the rapid fire with pistols, I think it's kind of tough to do 5 damage. Especially with Storm's leadership online. So that was definitely a gamble by Mike to not activate Logan. And now you pay the price because, you know, he's still gonna have to walk back next round. I don't know how Mike gets over there and gets to that scroll to pick it up. I think it's just gone. The first pistol missed the route fire trigger. It wasn't a grade. Gotcha. But it looked like he spent a power, though. Oh, he must have spent a power to explode a failure. Okay, so this is Deluca's Ultron activating as Grunts took a shot into Domino. They moved and took a shot. Domino whiffed. Now his Ultron looks like he's attacking Domino again. Will hit for 2. Or is he going into 23? I think he's going into 23 because that was a reroll. No, it was Domino. Okay. Oh yeah, because he didn't explode his crits. So that was definitely Domino. She's on 1 life. Just gonna throw a chicken coop into her. Kurtis gonna elect to not brace. Didn't even think about it. And we'll take the last one. And so, man, he's got no power. You'd love to be able to bow 23 away and just get her out of there. Rolls for the scroll. No movement. She's going to move to there. Interesting. All right, 23. It looks like going into Ultron. It's a pretty big whiff. She got... That'll push through 2. Gonna spend 2 for a spender going at the drones. And if they blow this, she'll do damage to Storm and Ultron if he gets them. Which he probably should. Needs a wild here to do it. Oh, he got it! Look at that. A leadership reroll. Nope. So Ultron Storm should take 1 damage off that, right? When they die. I can't read that. Is it just enemy characters? Is it not friendly? I gotta look it up on Cerebro. Ultron Metal Tyrant. Meanwhile... This is a Frenzy from 23 going into Mike's Ultron, and he dazes it. Look at that roll. Damn, dude. Got 6 with a pierce to do 6 damage. Got just enough. Wow. Ultron controls this character. Enemy characters. Gains 1 power. Okay. 23 is going to roll for the origin bomb and get it because Ultron got dazed. Or did she pick up a scroll? Picked up a scroll. I have no idea what the origin bomb situation is. We'll just find out at round end. So... Deluca down to his last activation at Storm. So Kurtis is going to get Prio again next round. Storm is just going to move to there. And then move again and try to flip this bomb, looks like. Don't tell me he whiffed again. No, he did. That was an attack into somebody. Into Toad. Finish off Toad. Okay, well that's huge. I don't know if this will be in range. Just out of range. But still, denies a point, gets a daze. Deluca must have this bomb because he didn't roll for it. So, and with that, Deluca's actually taking the lead. Wow. Now it was at the cost of 3 flipped models, but he also flipped 3 of Kurtis's, so I would say he's absolutely still in this. And I mean, his Ultron got dazed, but you really don't care so much about that. He's all powered up. He'll have plenty of power to come back if Kurtis elects to continue to go after him. Yeah, I mean, the 3 for Mike, it's like, Logan's safe. He's way over here. He's not scared of him getting KO'd at this point. Badger is like, whatever. If she dies, she dies. She's really doing her job by getting shot at. And then Ultron, kind of the same thing. Kind of want your opponent to attack him, so it is a tough decision here with Kurtis. If he can generate some power, this locomotive is in range. And Deluca has burned brace, so I mean, I think it's definitely just going to be to sit there and double attack. The only question is, he's thinking about activating someone else because everyone else is just so fragile. Maybe I get an activation out, but again, like, someone's going to get put down. Like I said, it's just so many. The decision tree, when it's this wide, is just, it's so much greater. I really think it's just a more enjoyable game to watch, more enjoyable game to be a part of. I will say I'm slightly disappointed they elected not to go with round timers in this final round. Goodness. What, on a bathroom break or something? Let's pick it up, gentlemen. Some of us got things we still got to get done here on Sunday. Alright, we got a domino. Spending 3. It's got to be a lucky shot spender. Going into somebody. It's a pretty good roll for domino, provided she's got power to explode both failures. She does. We're only going to spend 1. Nope, gotta spend them both. And it converts 1. So that is 6. Blocking 2 takes 4, whoever that is. It's Ultron. Huh. Okay, so much quicker here. This is domino, I think shooting storm. She'll explode 2 failures for a total of 4. Yeah. And this is, man, if she gets her here with just this first activation, it looks like she will not. But still, even to get her, be pretty clutch. Shut down the leadership. Gonna spend that. If this converts, that'll do it. Well, she really needs this convert too, because she didn't get a hit for the rapid fire. Doesn't get it, man. I feel like Deluca's had some really tough rolls this game. So now what do you do with your storm if you're Kurtis? I mean, to keep the leadership on, it almost feels worth it to just double run away. I don't know. That might be too dumb because she's a lot better now. With power, her thing got cheaper, Eye of the Storm, and she still has that good throw. So she's going to throw Mike's storm towards her and is going to get off the 8 dice area attack into... So this is his Ultron, so into Domino 23 and Storm. So definitely not running. Well, that's it. So that's a Days into Deluca's Storm on the first one. This is only his first action, too. Or maybe that wasn't the spender. But that had to have been, right? Why would you pull her in only to... Well, she spent a crap ton of power. And didn't get it back, so... Yeah, that had to have been a spender. So this is... going into one or the other. We got a sacrifice here. That's a bit of a whiff. That'll do 1, 2 damage. And did domino. And so then this last one will go into Domino. She'll block 2 again, but that will not be enough. She'll take 3 in days. It's kind of interesting to me that Mike would elect to play Sack there. I mean, I know 23's got a scroll in hand. She doesn't have exceptional online. And Domino is a great sacrifice target because her probability doesn't count as modification and opponents can't explode into her. So Kurtis looks like is going to elect to not run. It's just going to shoot at Badger, I think. And we'll get 4. Yeah. And deal 3 doesn't quite get her. And that was exceptional. Wow. Don't see exceptional used on Badger that often. And she wasn't even going to die. She was only taking 3. She would have lived on 1. The 23 is just out of range to Spender Logan. You could burn the hop here. Kurtis still hasn't. I think he's debating something. He's going to play to me with his Storm. On his Logan. Interesting. Oh, I guess. Yeah, 23 doesn't have any power for her Spender, so I guess he's, yeah, feels pretty safe there. Okay. Alright, Mike's Logan is finally going to attack somebody. He's going to do a best at what I do into Toad. Explode a crit, reroll 2 dice for 4 with the Pierce. Does Toad have leadership active? I think he used it already, so that will get rid of him. Okay, I believe that was Kurtis's Ultron grunts. Just KO'd Badger. And Kurtis, yeah, you see now. Huh. He's gonna elect to not storm hop. He's just gonna walk. And shoot Logan. Oh, that's good rolls from both. And none of those convert. So Logan will take 2. Get a poison and a bleed. And Ultron has the power now to throw something into Logan, should he so desire. If it's the locomotive, Logan will have to block 2 to live. But even if he lives, I think Kurtis's 23 could finish him off. Oh, look at that. It's gonna block 3. It'll only take 2. So Deluca now only has his 23, who's on no power. No one within range 2. I guess he still does have his Ultron, actually. Sorry. I mean, you've definitely got to put Kurtis's Storm away. Man, all these scrolls on the board. There's 2 sitting here available. Okay, looks like we got a walk and a shot into Kurtis' storm from Ultron. Ultron is going to epically whiff. But he's got points for a bow. He's going to bow Logan away. I like that. But that's all he's going to be able to do. Because he's stunned. And he's on 7 power. So he can't interact. He can't throw anything at Storm to finish her off. That's it. Man, that is brutal. To not do 1 damage there. I mean, I guess a 6-on-4 with a reroll. Maybe not. Maybe like 30%. But still a critical roll to whiff on. So Kurtis is 23. Just gonna run to the far. Meteor, flip it, get it. God, if you're Mike, you're just like, could you please just whiff on these one time? I know how that is on meteors. It's not as swingy as the old one, but those rolls mean so much. Especially at like the end of a round like this, and you know it's like your last opportunity to do something. So Mike's 23 is going to go. So Kurtis will keep Prio again. And I think I don't see anything else other than just walk over here and finish Storm off. And I'm sure there's other stuff you could do, but and I don't think Mike has spent his leadership yet, but he doesn't have any power. So he can't hop. Otherwise, he would totally be able to hop off his own Ultron and just swing on her. Because, God, if you finish her off, you're only going to do the 1 power, 1 damage. you're not going to have power for Frenzy anyway. But he's just going to set it up so the next turn he'll start with 2. Then he can spend her into Ultron and then get the train going again. Like, I almost wonder if, like, he should have just taken that spender from Storm earlier just so that she'd have some power, because he had to spend, like... He had to spend his last power to avoid that, and then she was just stuck there not able to do anything. Oh, never mind. I keep missing stuff. So Kurtis still has Logan. So Mike will get Prio for once. For the first time around 4. Logan's going to have to walk. And I think... in putting himself there, I think he turned off his rerolls just now. Of course, he's not committed all the way to it yet. He could end up over here, but... he might have just turned him off. Oh. He's just going to double move, apparently. It would really be easier to make sense of these plays if I knew what the meteor situation was. So he's just going to roll for this. He's got to get 3 here. Or no. Both Domino and Ultron are injured. Right? Yes. So only needed 1, and he got it. So I think he just scored all 3. No, I think he got 2 and Mike got 1. So they're tied at 8. I feel like it's slipping away from Mike a little bit. But I certainly feel like I certainly still think he's in it. It's the fact that Kurtis still has Brace and Exceptional online, whereas Mike has effectively spent everything. No more tactics cards other than the ability to bring his Ultron back. Kurtis has lost his leadership. But his 23 and Logan are still healthy with no damage on them. Mike, conversely, has only lost Badger. His Logan's not in a bad spot. He's got power for a spender right here. I think it would hit them both. You could build her into Ultron and then do a spender, pick this up. I mean, you're not going to be able to score out here, I don't think. You'd have to, even if you got literally everything, you'd still only end at 15. But yeah, that's something that's available right there. And you could really like you could spend her, place here off Ultron, pick up the bomb, build her. No, but if you well, I'd shut off your rerolls if you place here and flip the bomb. I think Mike has this anyway, so you wouldn't need to do that. But you could build our Ultron, place here, pick up scroll, spend her, the 2 of them. So he's gonna go. Looks like best at what I do. That'll deal 3 to Ultron. One place right there. Oh, when's the throw occur? After attacks all. Okay, so he can resolve this in any order he likes. He can place 1, then throw Ultron. He's gonna throw him away into whatever the hell that is, a lamp. Interesting. And still out of range, so I guess it's just gonna be. He's gonna spend 4, so he's just gonna beam just into Ultron and get 4 crits in a hit. Okay. And Ultron blanks out. That'll do it. Alright. And then he advances short. Oh, he got pushed off the scroll? Yes. Okay. So Kurtis' Ultron is out. His 23 is kind of off in no man's land. And his Logan is in a tough spot here where I think he just go into Domino. I don't really see anything else he can do. We got something. Something is happening. Domino's getting shot by Logan, looks like. She'll take 3. Yeah. So Logan's gonna beam. He's going to intentionally damage his drones. Kurtis is. This is gonna catch Domino and Storm. The Storm should have cover and a reroll. He'll get 4 with a Pierce. So Domino will take 2. That's just enough to get her. Oh no, that's in a storm. Never mind. Now into Domino. Can Domino survive this? Oh, I think she can. She can. Look at that. She might not even take any damage. No, she won't. Doesn't even need to explode the failure. Well, that's huge for Mike. Man, that Logan, he's not quite as scary when when his rerolls are turned off. I mean, it's kind of a no shit Sherlock, but like those 2 rerolls probably would have netted at least 1 more damage, which would have meant if Domino took her full activation, she would have got KO'd. So it's either like you stagger her or she gets put away. So Deluca down to 3. Kurtis has his 23 here and his Domino. Oh, they're both over on the other side of the map. So, like, yeah, you're not going to score out here, but there's a scroll way over here. And again, I know your Storm can do some, like, really cool things when she's gassed up, but I don't think it would be instant. Well, maybe you don't win a double move because Man, I don't know. I might measure that out, because if she can get outside of range 3... Yeah, I don't know. Has Kurtis's Logan been flipped? He hasn't. God. I mean... What's he thinking about here? Is new Logan immune to stun as well? He is. That would have been nice if you could have hit him with a lucky shot and then... I mean, just done it twice and denied the exceptional opportunity, but... I feel like you're going to have to deal with him at some point. Looks like Deluca is planning not to. I think he's just going to play the... I'm going to run away and try to score out the typical... Right? Yes. Okay. Alright, because there's no... Scrolls... 23 has a scroll, but that's it. Okay, someone might have to help me out here. Did Deluca just blow up Kurtis's drone to kill himself, thereby triggering... I believe that's what happened? I think Kurtis passed, and I think that's what Deluca did. Did anyone else catch that? Does it? Man, I don't even know if it even works that way. I thought if like you died in the middle of your activation, you got activated. Well, that doesn't make any sense. You don't get activated if you get killed, right? Okay, so this is Kurtis's Domino shooting Ultron, I think. It's gonna deal 1. Got a rapid fire. And nothing. Domino will try to flip the point. She does not get it because Logan still is healthy. We got a 23 spender, I believe, into Ultron. That's going to do some damage. It'll take 5. So we might see Deluca's Ultron get killed out here. This is like activation of the round, but... well... man, I don't know. They're both at 8 VPs. It could happen. Now Deluca's Ultron. So as it stands right now, I think Kurtis has the middle and the left bomb. Deluca has the right. I'm pretty sure. And Deluca's got 4 scrolls to Kurtis's 1. So he's outscoring him 4-3. If he... bows Logan off and flips that middle one and then is able to one-shot. Wouldn't even need to one-shot Domino. Could just... well, I guess she still has Brace online, so he couldn't throw something into her, but... what's Ultron's spender look like? 4 power, 8 damage. It's automatic throw. And then an explosive. I think you bow Logan, flip the middle point, walk over there, shoot Domino, try to get her with a builder, and then whether you do or not, try to flip that left point. He's going to bow 23. Interesting. He's got to have the middle already if he's doing this. I would think so. No, he doesn't. I think he was just confident he would get it with his 4 dice, and he did. And yeah, it is pretty good odds to get it. So he gets out of range. So look at this. He's really left Logan in 23 just out on an island. If he can daze Domino here, I think it would be a KO actually. It would be. And then flip that last point. Even if he doesn't get it, even if he just flips the last point, that will not do it. But he'll deal 1. He's going to try to... He does get the point, though. So he's on 3. I mean, do you just throw something into her just to force the brace finally? I think so. Yeah. And most certainly going to see a brace here finally from Kurtis. Yeah. And the drones come back. I don't know if I would have put him there. I think I would have put him to the right to give me a potential opportunity to hop off next turn. But I guess he wants him out of range of 23 and Logan, so that makes sense actually. So look at that. Deluca scores a massive 6 to Kurtis's 1. All the scrolls are over here. It's 1 on Storm, 1 on Logan, 1 on 23. 23's full health. Logan's on 3 life. Storm is on 3 life. But Ultron could... He could absolutely get both Logan and Storm right here. Throw the Tender into Storm and then just double attack Logan and put them both down. But then, you know, Domino can just run up and grab one of them. Because, I mean, all you got to do here is score 2 and make sure Kurtis... Well, by default, if you score 2, Kurtis can't score 7. Most of the score would be 5. So if you just make sure that you score 2, that's it, you've won it. And Storm... Oh, did she just block that? She did! Wow. Well, I felt like Deluca was due for some luck, and that was certainly very lucky there. That might have shut the door on Kurtis, actually. He's going to have to get a big attack into Logan here, but Logan will have leadership online. Unless he elects to bow him. Gonna walk to within 2 of Storm. Gonna bow a Logan. Okay, well, whoever he attacked there, they're dead. Looks like it was Logan. Oh, was that a spender? Spender threw Logan into Domino. And I think he got them both. Oh, because it's the explosive is off of Ultron. Other characters than two of this character. Push with here short. Push here. Yep. I see. I thought it was like the typical explosive where it's off the target. So yeah, what a huge roll that was. Needed to get the wild and a big spike, and got the three of them. So now, if you're Deluca, you got a 23 and an Ultron. Problem is, Exceptional is still online. This is a grunt activation. Attacking Domino, it'll dodge. And she'll spend one to explode a failure and dodge it. And people say, like, you know, these drones, they will hit on occasion. Well, they certainly have in this game. I don't think they've really done more than, like, 1 damage in a given attack. So now Deluca's going to shoot somebody. Looks like Domino. And Will one-shot her. What do you do now, though? Do you just shoot Logan and pray that you one-shot him? Man, it's crazy how like the swings in this game could just change up your strategy from what it was but a moment ago. He had intentionally placed himself beyond range 3 previous turn so that 23 and Logan couldn't do anything, and then decides, I'll spend an action to nudge myself over and bow 23 away. Not saying it's the wrong play, it's just funny how it sometimes it goes like that. Looks like Kurtis just going to double move on to the point. So I think it's just going to come down to just whoever gets luckier here. 23 is going to roll for it. She'll just get it. Man, that would have been game if she had whiffed there. So Deluca is going to walk. Flip the meteor first. He's going to attack. And do nothing? Huh. I would have thought... Okay, he must already have that middle... He already had it. Okay. So yeah, nothing else he could really do. So now Logan, it's one or the other. Yeah, it's a tough call because you want to go left to put your rerolls online. But then Ultron's just going to come back. If you can get 23 here... But, I mean, you're not going to one-shot her. So... Yeah, I think you just... I mean, you're almost guaranteed to get Ultron here. It's 5 dice, 2 rerolls, appears to do 2 into 4. It's really good odds to do it. But if he doesn't... Ultron blocking 2... Okay. He is dazed. And... got it. So I believe they're each going to score 5. Well... Oh, nope. Deluca... Looks like it failed to flip that point there. So Deluca just got 1. Kurtis got 5, so Deluca's still up 1. But he's got a healthy 23 and Logan to contend with. So Ultron being on 1 power, if he does KO him here, he can't come back. He'd be on 7. I just don't think you can afford to pass here if you're Deluca. Like, these models hit so hard, like, they're probably going to put someone down. So you have to try to get someone. Question is who. What the hell is that? Oh, this is a okay, so Deluca's activating his grunts. Take a shot into Logan. And now we spend it for a spender. Got a huge spike. And Logan's only on 2 power. He can't exceptional it. How many is that? 6. Blocking 2. Takes 4. But he got the explosive too. It's a throw short, not a throw medium. And takes 5, the explosive gets him. Wow. And he gets pushed again. That is a pretty good spender, actually. Even for a 5 threat. So he's still got plenty of power. He's going to roll for this. He gets it, takes the damage. Probably just move the middle and roll for that one. So as of right now, Lucas scoring 3. Provided he gets this, he does. It's really all going to come down to whether 23 can live through whatever's coming to her. I feel like Kurtis... I feel like his 23 is actually the harder hitting model here because she has Pierce. And it looks like that's what he's going to do. He's going to spend her first. That's a really good roll. He got 5 with the Pierce. Deluca's going to take 4. And that'll do it. And... ooh. That's risky moving there. enough. I guess, yeah. He's going to get 2 tries at this meteor, so he should, even if 23 whiffs, Ultron can roll for this and that one, so... Or does he already have it? He didn't even roll for it? Oh, he does have it. That's right. And Ultron will just... I think it's already over, but he's just going to roll just because. Scoring 1, 2... Oh wait, he's down. God. I wish I could see. Okay, he was up 3-2 anyway, so. Well, they would have tied. If he hadn't got that meteor, would have been 3-2. They would have tied. But since he got that, took it down. Ugh. I could not see the meters all game. It was hard to keep track. Thank you for watching. I'll go talk to the competitors real briefly. Any questions? Put them in chat.
It's really just because of Toad. I don't have Toad, so I went down VPs early. I think if I just have Toad, then it's fine. Honey Badger was fine, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. This definitely isn't suboptimal.
Yeah.
If I just have Toad, I think I win this fine. But, yeah, just went down. But, yeah, it was a really good game.
Hey, Blair.
It was a really good game. It was really back and forth. After those 2 flubbed meteor rolls on turn 1, Mike, I thought you were pretty much out of it, but you battled back.
Yeah, if I just have Toad instead of Badger and I don't miss, like, 1 meteor roll, so I'm not down by, like, fucking 3 or whatever it was, I think I just win this game.
Yeah.
I thought I played well. My list is not built properly.
So did you think, Kurtis, on your last activation of round 1, did you have a thought to flip the middle meteor with Ultron, or did you just want to get the damage train going early?
I was trying to do damage.
That
was about it.
Did either of you even give a second of thought to bringing Cyclops?
This is a really good 20 I like running, and I think Mike ran a very similar, like, basically a mirror, so I really like the 20 and having Toad to get the back scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah, the root problem is that you need Toad to grab your home scrolls safely because you want to X-Men hop Ultron.
Uh-huh.
And I would have normally played Beast, but too many energy attacks for him. Meteor's not that great, so... But normally you can, like, Beast and Toad can handle the middle scrolls pretty easily, and then you can have Ultron start making attrition plays early.
Okay, so it was more about scrolls that you just wanted to storm hop for scrolls is why you more, or was there other stuff playing into your mindset too of not taking Cyclops?
Oh, so the points are just weird with Cyclops at 20 if you want to play Ultron.
Uh-huh.
You pretty much have to pick between Logan and Cyclops.
But you would still run Ultron with Cyclops?
Yeah, I've done it before. It's good.
Okay.
I like Cyclops.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. Like, his grunts being able to generate power for Ultron is strong, and Field Leader is really good. Like, he doesn't get going as fast, but depending on the board state, he may also start the game with some extra power too. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah, I like him. My list can kind of run. I have enough 4s that I could run like Cyclops, Logan, Rogue, Ultron, and a 3. I like this team, and I like Storm, and I kind of went for the Storm hop to see if I could steal his scroll and go up a bit, and thought that was okay, but I sacrificed Ultron getting his hop and shooting stuff, which might have been a mistake.
I would have done it. Once I saw the opening there, I was like, yeah, I think I'd go for it. So, the turn one, it went about as well for you as it could have. Really, it just put Mike in a big hole. So
Yeah.
but yeah, real good game. Thanks for letting me call it, guys.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for the ruling.
Thanks a lot,
on
Blair.
that.
Yep. Have a good one.